Hello, so aliens, welcome to the ALIENation. And today we have somebody that I am a super fan. I love him and I adore him. Mr. Sherrod Brown. Like researching you, I was like, okay, he's a producer, a dancer, a singer, a songwriter. Like you're beyond triple threat. And so I'm super excited to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here, and you look absolutely beautiful, by the way.
Thank
Like,
you.
thank you for having me. You're welcome.
You're welcome. So, okay, so alienation, this is something that I'm expanding, and I really want to interview and talk about topics with people that I admire and that I love. I want to hear about your journey and sharing it with other aliens. So, like, ALIEN is an acronym for authentically living, intrinsically evolving naturally.
Wow, that's powerful.
And so I always ask every guest, where do you feel you fit in the acronym?
I think. Wait, I have an idea. Could say it. Say the acronym one more time for me.
Authentically living, intrinsically evolving naturally.
What if I have more than one? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fair game.
Okay.
Fair game.
So I would like to say that I believe that I am authentically evolving. Every day I am like learning even more about myself or more who I am, but I am all of me. I've never felt more like myself than I have before. I literally everywhere I go, I make sure that I am not showing up as a representative of me, that I am showing up with my real self in my artistry and my relationship building and my uh, business moves. I'm making sure that I'm authentically doing it so that when I look back, I won't regret it. And even me living authentically, I'm authentically embracing the fact that hey, you are evolving as well. You are still becoming every single day. So I think that authentically evolving.
Oh, well, okay, so let's talk about that. When did
Yes.
you when did you decide being a black man that you were going to be okay? Like when did that journey start for you, living
You know what's
authentic?
so crazy? I have always, from the jump, been in pursuit of living authentically. And if you look back as me being like a teen or a young adult, people would probably call that me being a rebel. But I always knew exactly who I was, and I didn't necessarily know how to be anybody other than who I am. And it made me not fit in. It made me feel weird. It made me, sometimes what people may call like an outcast and all that. But
Right.
after I didn't give up, and just continue to embrace me authentically, people kind of realize like, hey, you know what, this is kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, while other people are pretending to other people, he's being himself. He's staying true to himself. So it's not a realization that I came to. It's always who I've been. I don't know how to be anybody else. And to be honest, if I had to become or get to the point of becoming someone else authentically, I would have took a totally different route besides entertainment and performing arts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what the classic black guy does.
Right, right.
And I've been doing performing arts since the beginning of time. Like from the moment I can talk, I've been singing and dancing. So like
That's
I have, and I've
dope.
always just I've surrounded myself with great friends and my family that celebrate me for who I am and where I am, no
Yeah.
matter where I am. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, and then speaking of your family, because you have an also equally talented brother who also does this. I mean, what is your household like? What was it like growing up in that household with not just one? It's like it's two.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have? Like, is everyone in the arts?
So
Or
actually, yes, I have three other sisters, and I have Sam, who's my brother. But all my sisters, they are involved in the arts. My sister Terry, she is a poet. She is an incredible poet. My sister Brenda, she is an artist herself. She's a jewelry maker. She does like a custom jewelry. My
wow,
other sister April, she's like a culinary artist. Like, so all of us are like involved in some type of art form for sure. Yeah.
it's
But you know
undeniable.
what's so crazy? We and we till this day we're the fun house. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
won't like you're not gonna walk into like High School Musical or Fame or anything like that. So we're not gonna do like singing or dancing.
Right,
That's
right,
that's
right.
not our house. Like our family, we think of the best games. We taught other families games that they have played for years and years and years. Or like people will call me or text me and say, "Hey, can you tell me the rules for that game you and your family was playing?" Like we're the house that everyone is always at. We're definitely the fun house. We've always been that way. One of our most memorable moments with my family. This was before Terry was born. Terry was a lot. Terry wasn't even thought of yet. Me, Brenda, April, Sam, and Terry. My mom and dad. Me, Brenda, April, and my mom and dad and Sam. We had Super Soakers. The water guns had just come out,
Right.
and we excited to get them. But Brenda and April got like a really really big one, and Sam and I got like these little pistol water guns.
Right, right,
And so
right.
for whatever reason, they went and filled their water guns in the house and started squirting me and Sam. Me and Sam got so upset. We were crying or whatever. And they just thought it was so funny. So my parents helped us. They took like, we got like big pots of water
Oh
and
my
they helped us
God.
fill it up in the tub. And we went and dashed down with water. And from there, our house turned into the ultimate water
Oh
fight.
my
And I know that
God.
sounds so unheard of. We were inside the house and it was like an ultimate like water fight. Like
Oh
that's
my
who we are.
God.
We're the fun house.
That definitely seems like a scene off of a TV movie. It
Yes.
definitely seems like, so I love to hear that, especially people of color, like not being restrictive. So it sounds like your parents cultivated a lot of that. Because I know when I come to your shows, your mom is like right there,
Yes.
and your dad, it's like it just seems like it's a family thing. It's
Most
like this is who we
most
are.
definitely. And the crazy part is not like just my parents. Like a lot of times people don't know this. My sisters are always working the event. So the people that are like letting you all inside or seating you, those are my sisters. Like
Wow.
yeah.
How amazing is that? And then also, I mean, besides being an amazing artist, you're a father.
Yes, to an
So, what is
11-year-old
that like
stinky
being
boy.
a single dad? Like, what is that
Yeah,
experience?
it's fun. It has its good days. It has its bad days. We're taking stepdaddy applications, so you know. Yeah, but he's an amazing kid. Like he's it's fun being his dad. I say that all the time, and it really is.
I think one of the funniest posts that you put up was because it's a thing now for kids to wear these hoodies. Like, I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside or if it's not, and you put up this post like, why Lord, like it was just kind of like, I don't
Yes.
understand, like
And
I'm
he's
into
still the same
fashion.
person. He still wears his hoodies.
Does he really?
Yeah, but it's all kids. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
all of them. It's my nephew is here with me now. He has on a hoodie and shorts, and it is he has on a hoodie and sweatpants, and it is blazing outside, absolutely blazing.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I just thought that was hilarious how you were, just how you document your life, and I love how you just kind of share some of your life on social media, and you kind of take us on this ride with you, which leads
Yeah,
me to my excitement that, and I'm just going to say for the people, I've been following Sherrod for years, and
I appreciate that.
watching him only do dance, because you have the Posh Factory,
Hmm.
and coming to the shows and experiencing Broadway, like literally this is not some like regular shit. This is like
I
top of the
appreciate
line
that.
Alvin Ailey. You go get some Cardi B. You go get a little
Yes.
bop 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 bop. But you
Yeah.
also gonna get a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, come on. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I love it. So so from the Posh Factory to Sad Boys Club, which is the album, which is your EP, right? So
Yes.
how did Posh Factory come to be, and then how did you evolve from just saying, okay, I'm gonna push on and be also singer songwriter?
Gotcha. So, believe it or not, I come from a singing family. Like, so that's what we do. we sing.
Right.
I learned to dance. I didn't start learning to dance until I got in high school. And being obviously a young black male dancer, like that is like so intriguing to people. So it kind of took over. So out of high school, I started working like for the Disney Channel for a lot of like amazing like gospel artists and Grammy Award winning artists. And it just, it literally took over. And when I would do these gigs or tours and events, nobody would ask if I could sing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
nobody knew that. So I've always been a singer. I just allowed people to put me in the position of a dancer. So I've done like a lot of things with like Mariah Carey, Miley Cyrus, Brandy. I've done like a lot of great things. And so while I was away, I put up a post on Facebook. I said, hey, if I open up a performing arts center in Jacksonville, will you all support me? Because I had already been like teaching dance at like different gyms. Like I would rent out Bailey's gym, or I would teach at like a high school, or I rent out somebody else's dance studio, and I would pack the studios out. But I was like,
Right.
I think I can do this. So I put up a post on Facebook. I said, hey, if I open up a performing arts center in Jacksonville, will you all support me? Like, will y'all bring y'all kids for real? From that one post, I raised $10,000 to open up my first to open up my first location. That's how the Posh Factory came about. And we'll be celebrating 7 years in February. We'll be turning 7 years old. As
Congratulations.
many people know, I started cheering for the Orlando Magic,
Hmm.
became the first male dancer for them. But
Wow.
dancing every single night, like 4 or 5 nights a week, it was like really really tough for me. So from there, hold on, MJ, I got a special guest. You want to meet my sister?
Yes.
Come in. This is Terry the
Yeah.
poet. I'm doing a radio interview.
Oh,
This is
hi.
Terry the poet. This is my sister.
Hello.
She
This is
is
your
an
sister.
awesome artist. Yes, hopefully she'll have the opportunity to be on your show one day as well.
Yes.
She's absolutely
Definitely.
amazing. I'm gonna do a little shameless plug. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Terry the Poet.
All
Thank you, Sherrod.
right. So, sorry. Thank you for allowing me to do
No, not a
that.
problem.
From there, I missed musical theater, so I just sent an email to a cruise line company. I was like, hey, I'm thinking about coming on as and they was like, submit your reel. So I had to submit singing videos and dancing videos. And they weren't interested in me as a dancer. They were interested in me as a singer. So I
Oh,
became a
wow.
principal vocalist for this cruise line, and I've been with them for almost 11 months, and I'm the lead vocalist in all of their shows. And from there, I was like, what, I really do miss the gift of singing, And while I
Right.
was out on the water, I wrote an album, the Sad Boys Club, and I came back to Jacksonville after my tour, and I
Oh,
immediately pulled it together. I called my singers. I called a band together. I called a couple of my dancer friends from the Orlando Magic. I said, "Hey, I want to put on an EP, but I want to release it concert style. I want people the night that the album comes out, I want to do a concert so that they can hear the album live and ride home in their
yeah.
car, listening to it on the way home."
Oh,
And it's
beautiful.
like the music is like soul food. It's soul music. So I wouldn't even put it in a particular genre. I guess you can call it singer songwriter, but it is definitely soul food. I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
That is so okay, so I'm blown away. I have so many questions about your life.
Come on.
So with okay, so you wrote, and this is what okay, so this is what I love about creativity. This is
Yeah.
why I say I don't feel like something I realized. I feel like creativity is in the bones. It's like spiritual. It doesn't like we try to
Yeah.
put ourselves in these blocks, and I think that it's amazing that you said, okay, I'm gonna take myself out of the block that other people put me in, right? Because
Correct.
that is another part of being an alien. Like, that's another part of authentically living, which is being brave
Yeah.
enough to say, hey, I'm gonna pull myself out of here and move forward
Yeah.
in this direction. And
For sure.
so like you're on this cruise ship and you just start writing, and then are you
Yeah.
do you send the music off to your producer friends like
Yeah,
um
that's literally what I do. I'll track all the music out. Like I'll sing the harmonies. I'll like make some of the music like with my mouth, and I'll contact my producer. Say, hey, this is the feel I'm going for. This is the vibe. This is the kind of the way I want to go. And I sent it to them. They send me their ideas back. And with the singers, I get them in person, and I literally like I'll say, hold on to this harmony, and most of my songs have like six parts, like 6 part harmonies.
I
So
love
like
harmony. Oh my god.
yeah,
I love
yeah, they're
harmony.
Yeah, they go. You'll see. It goes crazy. So yeah, that's I. While I was out on the ship, I literally had the opportunity to like send them the music and say, hey, this is where I am now. And the truth is, I know that I often say, or people often say, people put me in the box that people want me in. I have to take a little bit of accountability for that because I
Yeah.
allowed it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
Yes.
speak up for myself. I wasn't auditioning for vocal opportunities. I started auditioning for dance opportunities. So I had to take a little bit of accountability and say, Sherrod, you really don't have anybody to blame but yourself, because the truth is, in whatever capacity that you walk in, the people that love you are going to love you. The people that are going to support you are going to support you. No one's saying, Sherrod, we're not going to love you unless you're a dancer. If you're anything besides a dancer, we're not going to love
Right.
you. And I had to take ownership of that and say, you know what, these people got my back. And as long as I'm good enough, they'll
Yes.
support me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because I think like and I can totally relate to what you're talking about because I put myself in a box all of my life. And
Yeah.
I was so consumed with what people thought about me. And so, like, I remember going to my mom when I was 15 years old saying, I want to be a singer. I want to be a singer like Whitney Houston. And my mom was like, well, baby,
Right.
singers come a
Yeah.
dime a dozen, honey. You
Yeah.
go to school and get your education. And, so
Yeah.
I didn't think that it was possible. And then I didn't think I could sing. So I
Yeah.
had said I was just going to write music for other people and not even pursue being a vocalist of any type. And so, but it took a transition and a transformation, and like you said, taking responsibility for putting myself in a box that I allow people to put me there. I allow people to say,
Yeah.
and so when you come out of corporate America and you start viewing the world differently and realizing that you can create a different kind of way. So
Yeah.
I am so excited to experience Sad Boys. And my question is, what is the premise of the album? Like, can you tell us you know what I mean? What
Yeah.
inspired it? Where did it come from?
Yes, so a lot of me being able to write the album came from me first doing the work. And when I say work, I mean like therapy, and then be able to admit some things to myself.
Hmm.
And being able to write some really dark things, but from a healed place.
Yeah.
Um, and what I also realize is that guys like me, if we are heartbroken or if we are experiencing life, and we want music to to match our mood, we have to go to like the Beyoncés, or we have to go to like the Adeles or the Taylor Swifts. We really don't have any heart music for the heartbroken boys. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like we,
Yeah.
we really don't. So the premise of this particular album was just to create music for the brokenhearted boys, or for those that know what heartbreak feels like, and for
Yeah.
those that know what it's like to have been in love and have experienced love. But I just wanted to do it from a male's point of view, gay or straight. Everybody can, relate to this, but particularly males to be able to relate to this.
Well, I think it's beautiful, and you guys, if you go to Sherrod's Instagram, his Facebook page, at Prince Roddy, like your promo video was like, I see, I could relate to that. I felt like I know what it is to love somebody and lose somebody, and you be like sitting
Yes,
up here crying, and
yes,
and
exactly.
I was like, I'm with him. Okay,
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
dig it. And really what you're saying is true because you do have you have the Sam Smiths of the world who
Correct.
kind of who do that, who but also where is the black boy joy? I mean, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Where
Yeah.
where's
And
that
there's a
person?
certain type of music that speaks to our soul that can't come
Right,
from a Sam Smith. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like
right, right.
there is an expression that black people can only relate, and there's a tone that we can only deliver that people can say, yes,
Right.
exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to say, or that's exactly how I feel. And even if it's not necessarily in words, it's the delivery, it's the tone, it's it's the soul that makes it what it is.
Yeah. I think that's really beautiful. And so like can we talk about your marketing and the promotion for Sad Boys, because I feel like you, to me, I feel like you are setting standards because you're an independent artist, you're funding these things yourself, and yet
Hmm.
the caliber of your, I ain't even calling it promotion. I feel like promotion is below subpar for what you do, and I just, it's just like the videos and even like your Facebook
So I have
post.
a really, really good team of people that I've probably used for like years and years and years. And when I talk to them about wanting to do this, one of the first questions they ask me is like, "Well, how did you relate to this?" Or like, "What came about? Like, what
Yeah,
how did this work for you?" And I told them I was like, one of the main things I was able to like be honest with about myself and like I probably had at least 40 moments while I went through real therapy. I was just like, oh my gosh, whoa, like hold on, I need to write that down. Like things
right.
that I would say out loud, and I'd be like, whoa, did I just say that? And my therapist would be like, yeah, that's that is what you said. That because it's true.
Yeah,
And so I say, I'm finally at a place where I can safely share this experience with people and not be ashamed of it. Not to be ashamed that I've been in failed relationships, but to be proud of the fact that I can at least say that I experienced love in a real way,
yeah,
and I know what it's like to be in love. So and I wanted to share that because I know so many other people share that same sentiment,
mhm,
and don't know how to express it, or don't necessarily know if there's anybody out there that can truly relate to it, because I know there's so many people out there that say, oh, I love so hard, but you ain't there's only a few of us that truly know what it means to love hard.
yeah,
Yeah, to love really, really hard. And so as it relates to like the promotional items, to be honest, it was me just digging deep into myself and being again authentic with the experience and presenting that experience to you all. And the truth is, like, and I know you may not believe me, I hardly ever come up with my ideas beforehand, like ever. Like whether it's what we're going to wear, where we're going to be, like I hardly ever know beforehand. It just comes to me.
yeah.
And I
I
tell
believe
people all
that.
the time, I'm so grateful to God. For whatever reason, I am blessed to never run out of ideas, ever. I have an idea for everything. I have a concept. My mind just flows creatively. I don't even know how to stop it sometimes, but I
Right.
also don't know how to start it. With it, when it comes, it just comes, and I have to share it. So I even look back on like the marketing materials. If I sit here right now and try to tell you where that idea came from, or how I came about the particular ideas, or like the marketing materials that you all have seen, I don't know. Like like that's just me being honest. It's just authentically me.
Yeah. And I think the beautiful part, something what I'm hearing and what I'm taking in for myself is that it is spiritual. I think we
Yeah.
forget that creativity is not just writing that song, it's not just playing, or it's not just the dance, but it is the energy, it is the vibration, it is the spirit that
Yeah.
comes from it. And so we have to embrace that in order to, and I think in order for it to be executed the way the way we want it to be. And I think the beautiful part for you is you had an advantage that you're a part of like the 1% of creatives that out of the womb your mom and your daddy was like dance spot
Yeah, for
sing,
sure. Yeah.
like it's not a high percentage of creatives that instantly have that support. And so it's like, so you were never restricted, is I mean, and that's what I'm getting from, as far as like they were just supportive, right? So
Always, for sure. Both of my parents have always been like
right.
super, super, like more supportive than they should have been. My parents have made so many sacrifices for our dreams to come true,
Yeah,
creatively. They really, truly have. Like, I'm forever indebted to my parents, seriously.
yeah. And so to the point I'm making is you were able to tap into that so early. Like
Yeah.
you were able to tap into that rhythm, that
Yeah.
So it's like, so when the thoughts come, it's like rain, right? And
Cool.
so
Yes, absolutely.
and so for somebody like me, I question it like, bitch, is you crazy? Is you crazy?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
like the most recent marketing campaign, which people still think it's real life, right? Is I decided for my single to take pictures with a model and promote it like a relationship.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
And you know, and a year ago though, I wouldn't have done it because I would have been like, oh, it's gonna make you look like a liar and all this kind of stuff. And then now I'm like, who the fuck cares?
Who cares? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I'll take it.
you have to walking in your artistry has to be you have to be really be brave,
Hmm.
because another part of our artistry is we sometimes find ourselves trying to live up to what to what only people believe about us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't consider like the people that are beyond us, that have, video vixens and male models in their music videos and in their campaigns and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, we believe about ourselves that we shouldn't be able to do that because somebody would look at me as a liar. Versus Jennifer Hudson, who's had male models and stuff in her things, who just look at her as an artist.
yeah,
To be honest, I I'm really particular about who I share my ideas with, or
mm,
who's even a part of my ideas. The team that I have, I've had them for a long time, and it's a very small group of people. Even when we're shooting like different scenes and stuff, like for the promo, to be honest, there's never a lot of people in the room ever. I'm so sensitive about energy. I'm so sensitive about who's around, and if everyone has to be locked in, like even if
right,
like there are people just sitting around texting on the phone, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave because me being open about my creative thoughts, that's a sensitive, vulnerable place to be
yeah,
in, and people don't realize it takes a lot of bravery not to just be yourself, but to be creative as well. That is
yeah,
a scary place to be in, because you're even doubting yourself, saying like, I think my ideas might sound so silly to somebody, or this might sound really stupid, or I'm gonna say it out loud. And a lot of times I'll tell my team, I'm gonna talk until it comes out. Like I'm not really like saying it as eloquently as I'd like to right now, but just
yeah,
keep listening. It's gonna come. And my team has put me in a position where I'm brave enough to just start talking, and it come together as I'm talking. It's not gonna make sense
right,
from the jump, but the
yeah,
more they just listen and lock in, our energy aligns. Everyone's just like, I'm with you. I'm with you.
yes,
Like we're good. Like so that's really important to me as well, to share with creatives, just to be important about who you share your creative with, and get a group of people that you can trust with your vision, and that will align with where you are energy wise.
yeah. And I think that's super important. And for me, I think coming out of, because you mentioned therapy, I've been in therapy for 13 years,
Yeah.
working through lots of stuff. And what I realized is my trust issues kept me from developing a
Yeah.
team, or because I didn't trust, the wrong people would come around,
Yeah.
because trying to hold something back can repel the right people and attract the wrong people, right? So,
Correct.
and the
Exactly.
wrong people will reinforce that trust issue to say, see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is
Exactly.
why I don't tell
Yeah.
nobody what I'm doing, because
Exactly. Yes.
well,
Exactly.
yeah, if you're not energetically in the right place, you're gonna attract untrustworthy people, right?
Correct. Exactly.
So, that's where I'm at right now, is developing a team. And when I say develop, I'm not looking. I'm just making sure that I'm aligned with what my
Correct.
vision is, and then just allowing the people to come as they come. And
Correct. Yeah.
so
For
I think
sure.
I apply your team because bravo, bravo.
Thank you. They're
I
great
feel like what
people.
you do
They're
is
on their way
amazing.
here tonight. We're shooting something else tonight. So.
Oh, watch out. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. This ain't the end of Sherrod Brown, honey, because there are doors opening,
I
doors
appreciate
that
that.
none of us know about, but I'm so excited for what's to come for you, because I see like, okay, so like you have like Todrick Hall and you have all these different people. I mean, but I feel like the avenues are multiplying, is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And where it's not just going to be one of us allowed to excel at a time.
Yeah, no, that's
and
right.
and so you have so many um, gifts and talents to share with the world. It's like they cannot be held back anymore.
Yeah.
This is your time and this is your season. And so I'm so excited for you, and I'm excited
Thank
for what you're
you.
doing. Now
I
I have
appreciate that.
now I have one last question. How do you balance this
Mhm.
and be a daddy?
You know, it's so crazy. I tell people all the time, I have a very, two things. I have a very generous son. He is always willing to share his dad with the world.
Oh, that's
And he's always so proud of me. He'll like check out my outfits and things before before I leave the house. Like he's super supportive. And the second thing is I have an amazing village. My family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, they are equally my son's parents. They are always there. They have my back. So that's the secret.
so okay. Tell us, when does Proud Boys come out? When can people stream it? Because it is sold out, people. It is a sold out
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get tickets and
So,
you in Jacksonville, Florida, you can't get nans.
yes, exactly. So the Sad Boys Club comes out it will be available November the 6th at midnight. The show is November the 5th at Players by the Sea. If by the time you all have seen this interview, which was absolutely incredible, and I thank you for the opportunity, you can go to Eventbrite. I think we have maybe like 20 some odd tickets left, and I imagine by the time you all see it, it'll be sold out. So yeah, um, check out Eventbrite. But the music will be available on all streaming platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, absolutely everywhere. Sad Boys Club, midnight, November the 6th.
Yes, and then your socials are Facebook. Where can they find you? At
So on
IG.
Facebook, it's Sherrod Brown fan page, and on Instagram, it's at Prince Roddy. And I follow back.
Yes. I am so excited. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited
Thank
for
you.
you. I cannot wait for
Yeah.
the world, more
Wait,
of the world.
do they know the little secret?
No, what's secret?
Did y'all know Megan's opening my show for me? Yes.
You guys. Yes, I'm so, and what an honor and a privilege to be a part of what you're doing. It's amazing.
Yes. I appreciate that so much.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. I cannot say it anymore. And I believe in you and the world. This is, you will no longer be an independent artist after this
Yeah.
album.
I
It's like
appreciate that, and I received that.
there are so many black boys and so many just brown people period that need to hear the message of this. And so you guys, thank you Alien so much for being a part of this. Sherrod Brown, Sad Boys, Posh Factory. You guys have got to look him up and see all the extraordinary things that he does. I couldn't even talk about everything. I couldn't even talk
It's
about
okay.
I
I'll
couldn't
come
even
back.
talk about it. But he will be back, you guys, talking about the successes and all these things, other open doors that are happening for him. And I love you so much, Sherrod.
I love you too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.